Well, hey, I know, a little out of sequence here, but welcome to your Oracle meditation. Light your candle and know why we light our candle. We light our candle to connect back to Mother Earth, to say hello to Grandmother Moon. And I thought, I talk about the moon. We use the moon as a source of information. Why not do it at night? These oracle cards, as you remember, have been used for countless years, countless centuries to create a plan of action. Today, we are moving through our phases. The moon has moved into the last quarter part. And I did realize doing some research that they call it the last quarter or the third quarter. But it all means the same. It's about forgiveness. It's about releasing and being grateful for what you have. Remember, there is a time for everything. And as we learn to sit in the full moon, learn by Grandmother Moon, we experience what we're supposed to be doing. Forgiveness, releasing, helping ourselves grow and be grateful for what we have. As the moon moves through its phases, we move through constellations. We are sitting in the constellation Aries. Aries picks up that fiery energy. Aries is all about courage and boldness and aggression. Moving through the phases, we move through constellations. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. Mars gives us the energy to stand tall, to focus your energy and channel it into a direction. Aries resides in our head. And our head is not to overthink, not to blame, but to move smoothly through time, through space. We've learned that when we get in time, we get into the phases of Grandmother Moon and learn from her lessons, we consciously breathe. We now know that conscious breath leads to that frontal lobe rejuvenation. We also know that through breath, we stimulate the pineal gland that helps us clear our eyes to see through the illusion. Remember, we are all walking a red road. The red road to the sacred mountains, to the unobstructed view of the top. But first, as we get prepared to come together, let's start our breath work. We know that breath work, did you know that breath work is the key to learning how to meditate? Breath work is the key to conscious and subconscious breathing. And when you do that, you truly allow your mind to step away, to take a break. The phases of the moon remind us not to dwell on anything, but that everything is a phase. So breathe with me. Sit and start clearing your thoughts so that you may clear your words and clear your actions. Do this with me. Imagine that there is a hoop that is connected to your breath. Inhale, let that hoop go up as high as you can imagine. Exhale, let that hoop sink down gently. Relaxing your forehead. Closing your eyes. Relaxing your jaw. Your neck. Your throat. Inhale, let it go all the way back up as high as you can imagine. Exhale, let it sink down, but this time, let it create a bubble in its wake. That bubble, that's our transportation. That hoop, that's our relaxation. Sink. Work on using your imagination like you promised you would. Sit with me and know that you are going on a coaching. If you've reached the end, Do it again. Inhale as high as you can imagine. Exhale, let that hoop sink down and that bubble get stronger. Don't worry about how you breathe, whether you breathe in through your nose or out through your mouth. Right now, you get points just for showing up. This is where we consciously breathe. Don't worry. There is plenty of time. A wise man once told me that if you don't have enough time to do something, wake up earlier. I didn't like that. So I decided to do it now. My chores are done, my kids are in bed, my husband is not yet home. Again, it's not about creating the time. It's about incorporating meditation into your world and making a priority. Figuring it out, shuffling, and making yourself that priority. Almost done. So if you've reached the end, get prepared. Imagine tying off your hoop. Imagine tying off your bubble and creating a cord, like a rope or string or ribbon or vine. Don't stop breathing. You found the rhythm of breath. Sink further into the void. Know that as we change phases, move through constellations, pick up planets, work on our body, we move through energy. We are sitting in the 6th phase of the chakras. This phase sits in our, that's not right. It's kind of funny, you do this enough times, you start to recognize the mistakes or try to pick up. We're sitting in the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye, to help us see through the illusion, to help forgive us for all that we did or didn't do in this last phase, to release and to be grateful for what we see. No one enjoys the test or the challenge, but we must appreciate what we learn in this phase so we don't have to experience it again. So let us find out what our game plan is for this phase. Now that you have found your breath, know that the direction that we set in today, or that we will head, the powwow, sharing and quickening. We are being called to gather once again, to join the council, to join the tribe, to come share your medicine and your experience. What will you bring to the council? The sign, the symbol, and the synchronicity that we get is the beauty way. We are learning that we are that beautiful flower, that dragonfly that could break through illusion, that apex predator. This is us. When we are called to the powwow, called to the quickening, we gather. We gather all the like-minded and all the misguided and lost souls. We gather because you are no longer lost. The animal that steps before us to help guide our way, the hare. Seek perspective. Understand that we are not supposed to see things flat. We see things with purpose. We see the bigger picture and we're willing to play the long game. Don't stop breathing. That vibration is doing something to you. We are working under the 3rd moon, the 3rd quarter moon, time of forgiveness. The ancestor that guides us, that steps before us, Frida, reminding us to never compromise. That hummingbird, reminding us of the joy that we are. We are the beauty way. We are told to seek that higher perspective, to seek a different perspective. Know that we are all on a soul coaching, preparing for the start of a new adventure. The red road that we walk can be treacherous, but you are up for the challenge. As the moon moves through its phases, we go through planets. Mars represents that aggression, that stand and fight type of an attitude. The intuitive, our intuition, whispering to us to become your own priority. Walking the red road. The apex predator. This is us. You are the priority who found the time to meditate, to find your breath. Know that you are healing. All of us together. Healing our ancestors. Healing our lineage. Healing our future. Sit in this present moment. Never compromise. Accept this challenge to make yourself a priority, to set up those boundaries. Be reminded that you are part of a tribe, a sisterhood, a brotherhood. The seers of destiny, fortune. We are sitting at the right time and seeing the synchronicities. And we do it with grace, with beauty, with luck. Accept this message. Know that it may take months, but to get to our destination, but don't compromise yourself. Don't compromise your magic, your spirit. That is the quickening that is growing inside of you. It's time for you to share, to forgive yourself again. Stop overthinking. Stop using too many words. Release. And be grateful for the tribe that you have. As we sit in the third quarter moon, we are reminded that we thrive in the times that we are alone, that we travel light. We don't need to travel as a pack all the time. We can seek and find that higher perspective, scout out the ways, call in our tribe. Come. Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper into this meditation and get to that next dimension that's deeper in our mind and do a session of EFT. EFT is emotional freedom technique. This is where we allow our body to decide what our mind may be overwhelmed at doing. Releasing, forgiving. And let's instill that sense of gratefulness, of gratitude, of priority, of adventure. So come, use your ears. Listen. Here you go. Listen. Open up to that sense of adventure. Open up and use your imagination. Take the risk. Go beyond those self-imposed limitations. Listen for the world around you. Those new, different ways. I promise you, something exciting is just around the corner. We've been brought to the ocean. The fire, the waves in the distance. The warm sand. The sun is set and the sand is still warm. So find a place to sit. And let's start this session of EFT. Find this area on your hand where you would do a karate chop, right in here. Tap. Tap your hand and wake up your emotional body. Switch sides and tap. Next, find that area on your face, that eyebrow area. Tap that area and repeat this phrase. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. Tap the side of your eye and repeat. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. Tap under your eye and repeat. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. Tap under your nose and repeat. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. Tap your chin and repeat. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. Slide down your throat to your collarbone. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. Tap under your arm and repeat. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. Tap the top of your head and let this message sink in. Let new wonderful experiences fill your life. Be open. Make yourself that priority. Don't be afraid of an adventure. Stick to your principles. Never compromise. Seek that different perspective. Be reminded again that you are the beauty way. We see through the illusion. We are open to new experiences, to the quickening, to the sharing. We are grateful for what we have, the synchronicity, the right timing, our fortune, that sense of destiny. You have picked up the responsibility to heal your ancestral line. Be proud of who you are. And if you're ready, if you're ready, let's make our way back to the void. Back to the void, where the frequency of the third eye will help create that sense of imagination once again. Come, use your ears. Here we go. Know that this is not scripted. Welcome back to the void. These oracle cards simply let you know where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing, using nature as a guide, the same way that our ancestors did when they walked the red road. Consciously breathe. That is your superpower to give you that unlimited vision. Get out of your head. Forgive yourself once again, release, and be grateful for the discovery of your priority, which is you. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for making the time to start breathing, to start clearing your thoughts and becoming aware of your breath. Be reminded that you are in control of your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So, thank you again for lighting your candle, for breathing with me, for inspiring you to be that spark in the world that creates the movement, that creates the change. So thank you. Thank you for liking, thank you for listening, for subscribing, and for most of all, for strengthening our message of connection, strengthening our tribe. So, if you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and open your eyes. Open your eyes to all of your magic. Once again, you are a blessing in this world. So I offer you blessings to you, to me, and to all that listen.